All right, great. Hi, Simon. It's a pleasure speaking to you today. And we are
Likewise.
very excited to learn more about RFXCEL, about the partnership with the Seed Group, and obviously as well your expansion plan into the Middle East. But let's start first about the company to get to more your company and product a little bit more. So my first question to you would be, what has RFXCEL brand journey been like so far, and how did the idea come to be, and how did it take shape?
Okay. Well, I guess it starts quite a while ago. So around 20 years we've been doing this. Our journey has been defined, I guess you'd say, by innovation and really a passion and a devotion to creating technology that helps ensure the safety of products and people, as well as this real sort of burning commitment to meet our customers' needs. So we've always evolved and continued to grow the capabilities in line with customers' requirements. The background to RFXCEL in particular, we were among the first companies to focus on the safety of the pharmaceutical supply chain and to bring advanced traceability software to the industry. That was born out of the kind of recognition from our founders that patient safety was at risk if there wasn't an easy way to verify that a drug was valid and legitimate. So by applying our enterprise software expertise to that, we built a robust SaaS product to secure the pharmaceutical supply chain, to then bring supply chain visibility, traceability, and ultimately transparency through product distribution. But of course, also making it much easier for those same companies to be in compliance with government regulations. So, ensuring both patient safety and compliance, and of course, driving overall peace of mind. Um, Today, the situation's somewhat different, right? The world is learning from what's happened within the pharmaceutical supply chain. So our mission has evolved over recent years, and it's now much more about bringing the value of supply chain traceability to a diverse set of industries. And of course, as part of the Antares Vision Group, we're now offering an integrated ecosystem of solutions we call Diamind that's designed to simplify the entire technology environment and support the growth of our customers, of businesses, by enabling data-driven and tailored journeys toward this sort of digital innovation as we see it. When you think about connecting physical products with digital identities, the Diamind capability enables the entire operation and supply chain to be connected. So it operates at the line level, the factory, the warehouse, across the enterprise, and actually across the end-to-end supply chain. And that's with inspection systems, equipment, and software to help guarantee product quality, as well as end-to-end traceability from raw materials through production and distribution processes to the end consumer, and indeed beyond the end consumer.
That's fantastic. Thank you so much. Could you please shed some light on your service? What is that you offer, and what markets are you currently catering to?
Yeah, of course. So our solutions are really focused on creating value through end traceability, and the idea of a digitalized supply chain, so an integrated supply chain. And by transforming traceability, if you like, taking it beyond its traditional applications, our capabilities and our technical solutions give companies a powerful set of tools to drive revenue and business growth and process improvement through a digital innovation. If you think of the world we're in today, this era of intense competition, with a consumer that's empowered and informed like never before, our ability to scale and to deliver a completely interoperable traceability solution allows organizations new ways to achieve operational excellence, to deliver transparency to their patients or their consumers, to have better visibility across their network, to really measure and report their sustainability credentials. And of course, all of that engenders customer loyalty. And so, as part of the Antares Vision Group, we're quite unique among solution providers with the Diamind integrated ecosystem of solutions that I described earlier. It really enables this holistic data platform across all facets of the operation and the supply chain. And RFXCEL technology is driving that Diamind enterprise and supply chain solution set. If we think beyond our sort of background in the life sciences, we're working in a number of areas where this is very relevant in terms of the traceability topic. So food, beverage, cosmetics and personal care, industries like chemicals and the packaging industry, of course. But actually beyond that, our solutions are broad, right? They're suited to a diverse set of industries, and that could include packaged oil and gas products, particularly relevant in UAE and the Middle East, as well as a broader set of consumer and durable goods.
Right. And how have you been able to take your success in pharma and apply it to other industries?
That's a great question. Yeah, I mean, we've continued to try and build on our success around the world within the pharma industry. If you think of how the RFXCEL brand is known, we've been known in the pharmaceutical world initially for our robust global compliance management solutions, enabling companies to be compliant regardless of their country of operation or the different requirements in different markets. And that all began at unit level with serialization. And of course ends with reporting into government systems to meet those complex regulatory requirements. But today, actually, we're widely known now for providing our award-winning traceability system, which is a solution across the entire supply chain. It includes raw materials through finished goods traceability, real-time monitoring of environmental conditions and locations, which is critical in things like cold chain. A mobile application that unlocks the traceability capabilities regardless of your mode of operation, and of course data capture at the edge of the network, for optimizing warehouse management regardless of existing infrastructure or systems, and of course inventory and dispense management. And because we design our solutions to be scalable and interoperable, they're very easy to implement in industry and across different industries, in fact, or different business environments. And so in this context, we've been able to apply that knowledge, the experience we've gained in pharmaceuticals, and of course, adapt some of the capabilities that have been relevant to that industry to meet the needs of adjacent industries or indeed other industries. We're seeing some of those industries like food and beverage and particularly in cosmetics, trying to learn some of the lessons of pharmaceutical traceability or track and trace, and indeed improve and evolve those. If we think of some examples of where that's been the case, one of the world's largest berry producers is using our traceability solution to digitalize billions of products. What's unique there is that we're capturing that data in the field at harvest, and we're giving every single package of berries a unique digital identity, and they're able to then use that unit level data to ensure customer satisfaction with the product, with the quality of product, and ultimately get data back from those consumers in their interactions. If we look closer to where I am here in Europe, in Italy, we're working as part of a consortium with Rural, which is a project to deliver the sort of reference digital platform for farm to fork traceability in the agri-food industry in Italy. And there we're working with our strategic partners to leverage our technology to completely digitally transform and optimize the agri-food sector by using data to be able to improve land management, increase yields, to create traceability as well as transparency across the entire supply chain, literally from the farm to the consumer's fork. And that helps it helps consumers make positive choices. It helps consumers understand the food they're eating. It promotes food safety. Of course, it's also helping to accelerate things like digital infrastructure in rural parts of Italy. Mm-hmm. If we look at wider than those industries, in the packaging, for example, we're working with a partner called Result Group in Australia to manage one of the most I would say one of the most complex and advanced intelligent packaging initiatives we've ever seen in that market, which is working with quick service restaurant Hungry Jack's. And our solution there is managing unique digital identities for around 17 million micro labels. These effectively go on or they're printed into the packaging of, burgers and fries and drinks and so on. And that allows the brand to then deliver pretty unique experiences. In their case, the Uno game is the mechanism of choice. But that's fully integrated with their digital printing architecture, with their partners in the production of the food packaging. And our system sits at the back and really just manages the validity of every single ID, of every single claim or prize that may be claimed against a particular ID.
Sammy, you just mentioned different industries, right, that RFXCEL is operating in. How can your offerings make a difference to the retail supply chain and consumers? How does it help them?
Well, I guess so. If we think of the businesses involved in those industries, first of all, they can leverage our end-to-end traceability capabilities to make what I would say demonstrable improvement to their operations, measurable operational change in terms of the efficiencies, in terms of the data that gives them an ability to make better decisions faster. But also it transforms how they can connect with their end consumers. It changes how they can create a personalized digital relationship with their end consumers. If you think of every product, every package, every label that's going onto a product containing a unique digital identity, essentially we're transforming that product into a digital asset. And that allows us to collect data. It allows the product to share data as it moves through every step in the supply chain journey, from the point it's produced to the point it's received by the final consumer, or indeed beyond the consumer into recycling or reuse cycles. And so, once businesses can understand how to use that data, that's where they can really drive value. And of course, for consumers, that data can have innate value in and of itself in terms of the exchange of value. If I'm giving the consumer information that's trustable, then the consumer can make an informed and positive purchase decision.
That's great.
If you think of that, if I think of that as sort of examples of how that might might come to life, particularly when we think about unit level data. The companies themselves can, of course, protect products. If I can assure the consumer that the product they're buying is authentic, and I give the consumers a tool to be able to authenticate the product for themselves, then that helps them, mitigate issues with counterfeit products. It gives them better sales channel control over parallel trade or diverted products, so that even though the product the consumer's enjoying is authentic, the brand can then really understand how it got to the consumer, through what route to market. Was it the correct route to market? And if it's wrong, okay, that costs the brand, but they then have data sets at which they can use to inform their strategies around that. Of course, it also helps consumer or satisfy the consumer's demand increasingly for transparency. We've all seen the headlines around greenwashing and the demand for proving what you claim as a brand. And here in the EU, for example, we're seeing new rules coming in all the time. There's a rule coming in next year around deforestation. So if you make products with coffee or cocoa and palm oil and similar products, you have to now prove the origin of those and prove the methods used to farm and harvest those products. And so that becomes really important when you have a digitized product or a digital asset. You can disseminate that information very easily, providing, of course, you're doing the right things in your production processes. Of course, having that digital asset turns the product from a sort of inanimate offline object on the retail shelf into a dynamic kind of media channel that the brand is fully owned. So they can choose what they use that asset for. You know, they're investing already in the packaging to make the packaging stand out and be attractive. Adding that layer of digital capability transforms it into another sort of, you know, almost a four-dimensional type product, which allows them to drive, you know, unique consumer experiences.
That's very insightful. Thank you for sharing this. Now, as a last question for this section, can you tell us a little bit more about your future aspiration?
You know, we're obviously looking to continue to expand and provide traceability solutions that innovate around this whole digitalization piece, right? Whether that's products and supply chains, and of course, continue to bring our solutions into new markets and new industries, and of course, you know, leverage the wider integrated ecosystem of Diamind across you know, the customers that we're supporting, and of course, you know, in the Middle East, that's a very important market for us, and that really is the backdrop to, you know, our partnership with Seed Group, and we see that as a very, you know, very important and strategic partnership.